Have you ever looked at a map and saw somehow, hey, South America and Africa fit together? Well, if you did, congrats! You are now the Nobel Prize winner for seeing that continents fit together. Now go sit down and listen for what I have to say. Hello, I am Xavier Clinton and this is Continental Drift in the nutshell. Unfortunately, you aren't the only one who thought of this. In fact, many people did, but they thought this specific edge of South America and Africa was like, nah, it just happened to be like that. So they smiled and continued their merry life. But one man didn't let this go. His name is Alfred the Waiter. I mean, Alfred Wegener. Alfred Wegener is a German meteorologist known as one of the greatest scientists of his time. He is known for his theory of continental drift. Continental drift theory says that the land masses, other known as continents, are actually moving. For any people who don't understand why the continents would move, of course, you would think that he is crazy, and that's what his colleagues thought too,
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
until he made it make sense. But let me ask you, what do you need to make things make sense? You, of course, need proof or evidence. If you said anything else, you're wrong. But nice try. I applaud you. First evidence on the list is I have already said the apparent fit of continents. The west part of Africa and eastern tip of South America actually fit. If you manage to actually connect all of the continents into one huge landmass, you actually have made the largest continent in history, or the supercontinent, and its name is Pangaea. Pangaea is defined as a supercontinent that existed millions of years ago, specifically the Mesozoic era. The second evidence is not within a meteorologist's range, so this might end up quite surprising. And this is fossils. You heard me right. Fossils.
Burger.
Wegener looked at bones of past biological life to determine his theory of continental theory, such as the Mesosaurus. This platypus crocodile you see before you is a Mesosaurus. It likes water, but what the weird thing is that its bones are located in the south tip of South America and south of Africa. It is mind blowing. It is also mind blowing that you still have that 70 on your report card. I'm joking. Now back to the topic. Mesosaurus can be found in both sides of both continents. You see, platypus crocodile isn't exactly a swimmer for long distances. So this proves a point of Alfred Wegener's theory of continental drift, since Mesosaurus can swim for long distances. The only solution is somehow the two continents must be connected. Some of the fossils he also used for his theory is a platypus on land, a dog, and a tree. And that is evidence number two, fossil correlation. The next evidence would be nature and its beauty and the rock. No, not Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but mountain rocks. Alfred Wegener compared the mountain ranges of Northwest America, England, and Norway, and somehow they had the same rock type. It wouldn't make sense that they would have the same type of rock when they distance miles away from each other, unless they were once connected. This is supporting evidence number three, rock and mountain correlation. Now for now for evidence number four, he used to be what he does best. Be a waiter. Wait, I mean be a meteorologist. By looking at past indications of climate, thi- this would eventually support his theory. In the jungles of South America, he found glacial striations, which is surprising to find in tropical countries bathing in the hot, warm sun. What's next is he looked to the north to find bituminous coals, which are tropical plant remains, and he found them at Greenland, which is full of ice. So it didn't make sense that the plants are that are tropical would be found there. The only way it would make sense if the continents were once put in place and was drifting. This was the final piece of the puzzle on the theory of continental drift. Unfortunately, as a great man's legend starts, it also eventually ends. Alfred Wegener was found dead in the mountains of Greenland, a worthy man of science ahead of his time, who gave insight what the world was back then. I'm Xavier Clinton, and this is my Siyensikula.